Okay, morning guys. All right, let's get started. Okay, the S&P posted its highest close of all time, ending off a week of little significant news flow as stocks posted 4 out of 5 green days for the week. Once again, S&P solid as a rock. Looked a little bit shaky during Friday, but managed to close very strong. Energy stocks underperformed as commodity prices in general came under pressure after the US dollar strengthened to the latter part of the week. We saw gold price breaks that significant level we were talking about, 1440, and seem to bounce with the rest of the market. I see it's under pressure again this morning. Japanese stocks are the only major significant gainers in Asia this morning, as the Japanese yen weakened to its weakest level since October 2008, after G7 officials indicated they will tolerate a decline in the currency at a meeting over the weekend. So we continue to watch that yen, as Joe spoke about last week, as one of our best risk barometers. Chinese industrial production data came in softer this morning, but stocks have since regained initial losses after the news broke. All right, so earnings. AngloGold came out this morning. Headline earnings per share of R2.64 versus expected R4.17, so a bit of a miss. Dividends per share 50 cents, which was as expected. The second quarter forecast was 900 to 950,000 ounces and at a cash cost of $900 to $950 per ounce. Lonmin was a slight beat, 13 cents versus an estimate of 8 cents. Platinum sales up 2.4%. March basket price up 1.7% to $12.52. And then Tiger Brands, Goldman came out and upgraded them to new buy, target price of 396 Rand. And then coming out this morning was Australia home loans up more than expected. And then there was the Chinese industrial production we spoke about earlier. Small miss, 9.3% versus 9.4%, 4% expected. Chinese retail sales, 12.8% as expected. And then later out today, we've got advanced retail sales. So not a whole lot on the data front today. All right, let's have a look at a few charts. Get it up. All right, let's start with spot gold. Okay, if I can get the right chart up here. All right, there we go. So this 1440 level was the level that Joe spoke about on Friday. You could see it wicked down there a few times and bounced every time. And then on Friday, it actually wicked way below it. I think it got down to about 1420 and then closed up at 1447. Then again, now this morning, it's under pressure. It's below that 1440 level. Continue to look for more downside. I think we can probably maybe place today's open or yesterday's close at 1447 or Friday's close, should I say, as possibly a stop loss or a indication that things might be turning around in the gold price. But for the moment, it's looking weak. Look for, I'm not 100% sure if we'll get a test of the low, but look for a little more downside here. Okay, if we have a look at the Aussie, let's see if I can, not sure why it's coming up with this contract. All right, there we go. You can see we had this head and shoulders. We were watching it play out the whole of last week. It pretty much reached its exact target to the upside and has pulled back a little bit recently. over the last Thursday and Friday on a lot of the commodities that have come off. I think it was to be expected. The market was really sort of overstretched from this massive breakout to the upside. I would maybe look for a little more of a pullback, but after that we're probably going to be resuming to test the upside. Obviously, nothing's for certain in this market. It's extremely volatile. I think, to be honest, it's pretty much in no man's land. I won't be looking to put on a position for any long-term position in Aussie for the moment. All right, let's have a look at Impalas. Another one Joe's been following very closely on the morning meetings. You can see this level here between 115 and sort of 118. We had this bounce in Anglos, and some of the other commodities. Impalas just couldn't bounce. They couldn't get any traction. So they were definitely the ones to be sold when the commodity prices came under pressure on Friday. You can see they had this big gap down, 5 rand in sort of over the day. I think it even got lower. I think 109 and got as low as 109. Same thing. I'm not sure I'm going to be entering a new position here. I think if you were short on Joe's advice on a breakdown of that level, it might be a good idea to look to cover around here and see where it goes from here. But new lows and Impalas, definitely wouldn't be looking to pick any up. There's still possibility that it comes lower. If we have a look at Anglos, Anglos was a bit of a frustrating one. It had a nice reversal day from resistance point over here, and but so a lot of guys would have got short in the back of that. It bounced up to 237, I think, intraday. If we zoom back a bit here, you can see that it's a bit of an inflection point. 237 hit the intraday and had a massive reversal off on Friday. So I think we're just basically going to widen this range now. We've got a bit of a wedge forming here. If I draw it here on the bottom side. So I think from the bottom, if you're looking to get long of it, you can buy a reversal off this 218 level. Otherwise, a break below there could send it down to sort of significantly lower. I'm not so sure I want to play it anywhere at the moment. It's sort of in the middle of this range. I'll be looking to play it off one of these levels, I think. I just want to show Xara quickly. Xara, another one that made a new low. Didn't make it by much, so there might still be further downside from here. I'm not 100% sure if you can get script on this one. So if you can't set it in the CFDs, maybe look for weakness or weakness in commodity prices and sell it intraday. But there could be, breakdown. I would say the breakdown to new low is 141. The immediate range is about 4 or 5 rand. So there could be about 4 or 5 rand to the downside, which would send it to around 135, 136. But I think you've got to play that one on the day, just on how it's trading. And then if we zoom through the gold shares quickly, Anglo Gold, you see they're trading in a tight consolidation. We want to be watching this gold price. If we see a collapse in the gold price, we could see a collapse in Anglo Gold from this range. We also had those earnings that were slightly worse than expected. That might be the catalyst. I would say the bottom of this range is around about 165, which we could see a nice, possibly $15 pullback from here still. Or when I say pullback, it hasn't really bounced. So it will send it way to new lows. If we have a look at Goldfields quickly. Same thing, tried to bounce, failed at this resistance. The closing lows are around about 58. I would use that as a target if you're short. A break below there again could send it significantly lower. And if we look at Harmony, also hit resistance and reversed sharply. We could even draw a line as a bit of a bear flag over here. It's broken below. I think a test of the lows is almost for certain at 39, and a break below there could send it even lower. We're going to be monitoring the gold price very closely on what happens with these gold shares, but there could really be action to the downside on going over the next week or two. And then two of the strong ones, SA Breweries, as we know, we followed it a little bit last week. Broke out above this range. I think you can buy a reversal of 490. If it fails there, the next bit of support comes in at 480. I think reversal of any of these levels would be a good plays for a nice bounce to the upside. We've also had the rand weakening quite a bit here, so there's a chance that'll help as SA Breweries as well. And then the last one we'll look at is Woolies. Also had a big medium-term breakout, as you can see over here, with a significantly higher target. You want to be buying every pullback, I think. Again, obviously the market's volatile, and any major pullback, any major correction will cause pullbacks even in these strong stocks. But yeah, I think you're looking at around 72, a reversal of 72, or even at current levels, you might want to start nibbling. The target for this big breakout, 73 to 63, so possibly around 83 would be your first shorter term target. And that's all for today, guys. Good luck today.